so that the guppies aren't left out. Um, Minecraft sounds are nice. Okay, I'm glad that people end up liking them because sometimes I get worried like the noise will get repetitive. But I enjoy it. I find it relaxing. Um, this is looking so nice. Thank you. I need to finish it today. So that's why I'm taking a bit of a break from artfight. I I want to get this done, and I need to get this done. I love that Minecraft it's like co-working. Bless you. I think it's funny that Forrest, man, he didn't sneeze the entire time that I was getting set up, but he manages to sneeze right as I go live. um, well, you're almost there. I was gonna say I am. It's like a lot of little rendering things, so I'm gonna be working on that tonight. Um, Holy dad sneeze. I was gonna say, if you guys have something that you need to get done, or if you're working on an art fight attack, it's going to be a pretty laid back stream because it's mostly just like rendering. Cover is looking so nice, thank you. I also have like a little to-do list up in the corner to help me keep track what I need to get done still. So hopefully, I mean, I'll be able to mark stuff off while I get it done. It'll be good motivation. Really like how this came along, and I'm happy that you're finishing it. Thank you. It was part of a zine, so I would be bad to not finish it. It was just one of those things where I've been so averse from digital art lately that it was really getting hard to get myself to the computer to work on it. Plus, also just like not physically being home. But I wanna actually do this because I do think this piece will turn out well when it's all finished. The Absol, the glasses make it so cute. I think that I've drawn Absol as my Pokesona with glasses so many times now that when I start drawing Absol, I just kind of like instantly give it the glasses. So that when I see it without the glasses now, I'm like, wait a minute, you're missing something. Dash and rendering. Hello, welcome in. Making Yume shipping art is a break to art fight. Been working on it since I woke up, so hopefully I can get more of it down. Oh wait, that's awesome. I hope you have fun. I used to do that in high school. What's a zine piece? Okay, so a zine is like short for magazine, but typically it's like a slang term for a small self-published booklet. Sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's art. It is usually done solo, but in recent years, art zines have kind of started to become collaborative things. But it's like a way that people can put out a self-published booklet of something, whatever the specific topic is, without having to like worry about the ropes of going around and getting something officially published. Yeah, our community hosts made magazines where it's a compiled physical book of usually art and writing. Yes, and this one specifically. Oh, and captions are available. Thank you for the reminder. This one specifically is for recipes. It's a Pokemon cookbook zine. And once the pre-orders are up, I will be sharing it with everyone here because they're opening up soon. They're very, very close to opening up pre-orders, but there was a few people, including myself, that needed extensions for our pieces, so that's the main thing that was the holdup. Which is why I'm finishing this tonight. Watching your streams the past few days, and it helps me stay focused for our fight, so thanks you. Of course. Also, I've been going through and thanking everyone for the pieces on art fight. I want to say, if you're watching stream and you're one of the people that were worried about this, I want to like let you know. I keep seeing people deleting attacks that they've done on us, and I'm so scared that it's because they think we aren't going to see it. I promise we're going through and we're commenting on every single attack that we get. The way we've been doing it is just whoever's front goes through and comments on the attacks that they've gotten. So, you know, if one part hasn't been front for a few days, it might seem like we haven't seen something or ignoring it, but it's just because we're leaving it up so that the part can see it and thank the person that did art for them specifically. Made multiple attacks in the last 24... Wait, made multiple attacks in the last 24 hours, and two people are already using them? Okay, if you saw me delete and re-upload mine 3 times, no you didn't, that's so okay. I'm really hoping that that's what it was. Like, I was so scared that it was because people were, like, self-conscious or thought we didn't like it, but I'm just holding out hope that it's just because of re-uploads, so that people aren't, like, sad. But I've actually been going through and commenting on things that I've been getting, Um, I love the Absol doodle. Thank you. That's on my desk right next to me. I drew that earlier when I was taking a break from working on this. So, it's been like comforting me every time I start to wane or get distracted. I just look up to the Absol and I'm like, I can play Minecraft if I finish this. Right, they can be individual. I'm used to seeing communities collaboration zines. Well, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the first zine, or like the first time that that phrase was ever used, was like a individually published. I want to say it was a Star Trek zine. So zines being individually made was actually much more common before the kind of large scale ones became popularized. So if you ever want to make a zine of like a specific topic, like let's say you just have an OC that you like to draw a lot, and you want to draw them in like pretty clothes, people do that kind of thing like all the time. And really importantly, zines are meant to be low effort to make, so they can just be line work. They could be a black and white comic. I didn't finish the thought. You will be okay is how I wanted to end that. Oh wait, I might have missed. I feel like I'm falling behind since I have so many bookmarks left. I've had to shake myself. Like, buddy, you're literally doing upwards of 5 attacks per day. You've done 40 attacks. 40 is crazy. Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, Amir, please don't even worry. We've only done I think we've done 10 total. Please, you're doing fine, I promise. So, sorry if you don't want to, but could you say your pronouns? I'm going to give a disclaimer that the best way that I could describe my gender identity is that they're going to change between streams. So right now her pronouns are preferred, but I would not be upset if someone didn't know. I actually have been meaning to make little pixel badges for streams so that whenever we come in, we can change them and update it so that people aren't confused. Yeah, I was gonna say 40 is so much. Please be kinder to yourself. You are not falling behind by any stretch of the imagination. You could do that if you want to, Aspen. That would be very sweet. I forgot you can do pixel art. It's been very long since we've done pixel art. Hold on. And it's nowhere near as good as the pixel art that some of our friends do, but I could always bring in an example of some of the pixel art that we've done in the past. Let me see if I can find it. It should probably be in the archives folder. I want to say it was 2019 that we were doing. Yeah, I think this is the when we did. Oh, it's so tiny. I always see these Leafeons get posted everywhere, but these are some of ours. I will always be willing to help you out if you need help doing pixel art again. I love when people try pixel art. Thank you. I love the Absol Doodle. She's so cute. Thank you. Pronoun badges are so smart. Not a system, but I'm kind of more gender fluid this time of being trans, and I would love to use the idea. Please, please do. I know that a lot of people, it's easier to just do that. Also, I feel like you guys can hear Buggy in the background. He's playing with a cardboard box, fun fact. But I know that a lot of people would benefit from something like that. So zines art books can be literally anything. I have zines from my friend that are poems that it wrote accompanied by illustrations, and right now I'm working on an art book of spooky furry pinups, hopefully for Halloween. Wait, that's really cute. Also, if you finish on the stream, will you play Minecraft too? Maybe. I don't think I'm gonna finish on this stream. You can cheer me on. If I can finish on the stream, then yes, I will play Minecraft. I don't have my own model or anything. I just kind of play using whoever's was up last. But please know that probably won't happen. I have to be realistic. I'm living the Minecraft crunch. It's helping me lock in. I don't like sketching, so finishing a sketch feels accomplishing. Yeah. Also, you did. Thank you, Z Milky Way. That's very sweet. Oh my gosh, Minecraft. I've been thinking about it all day. I think it's just because I want to build houses. I've been watching a lot of art history videos on Gothic architecture, and I'm just I want to build that. We have that, and I want to decorate. I don't know if anyone's heard of the idea of a Minecraft Forever world. It was actually Sky that like introduced the idea for us to all share one with our boyfriend, and I thought it was really cute because unfortunately a lot of like Minecraft world files have gotten lost or between computer transfers they've been deleted. Um, some parts have talked about it on stream. Okay, I'm glad that people are familiar with ours. Um, but what's been really fun about it is like instead of getting the 2 week, there's so many loud cars. Instead of getting the 2 week Minecraft phase, uh, where like you start a new world, you gather resources, and then you don't do anything. Collective World Forever is so cute. Well, and so what it is like now, anytime one of us gets like the 2 week Minecraft phase itch, we just add something onto the world. So it's kind of like a continuously growing save file. And the nice part about that is that it means that you can save everything that you've done and come back to look at it later. But also that the world like grows even while you're not present. Oop, let me see. I don't know if I like the shine like that, so I'll leave it like that. Can see you making a really cool cemetery. I haven't actually made a cemetery yet. Also, the art history channel that I like to watch is Smart History, if I'm remembering correctly. I've been enjoying watching theirs on. I watched a few on Triptychs. I watched a few on. So did you see they added cushions to Minecraft? No. Oh my god, Tay, I haven't played in so long. Hello? I haven't even... I know that they added, like, the sulfur caves, and that Red was really excited for that because of the red blocks. I don't know what they are. They were, was it Celadon? I know that it's the same name as, like, a... No, it's Cinnabar, right? Because it's the same as, like, a Pokemon town. Oh my god, cushions are gonna be so much fun to build with. I'm so excited. I'll have to figure out how to update our file, but that's awesome. Alright, where's the gingham? There you are. Remember making a cemetery in Minecraft as a kid? It put super silly names and stuff on the headstones. Oh, that's cute. Top left image so real. Thank you. That's like a little doodle I did today as motivation to finish this. I'm finally... Bless you. I'm happy. Bless you. Okay, wait. I can't watch while we're live. Oh my god, they look so cute, too. Finally! I'm so excited. Thank you. I'm saving that for later. Has it been added yet? Like, is it a new update, or is it, like, they're teasing it? Not yet, okay. How did that person get it? Forrest has dad sneezes, he does. Wool slabs and wool stairs are coming soon. Oh, I'm so excited. Also, cushions are in the most recent snapshot. Okay, I understand. I believe the autumnal one, but I'm not sure. Are we getting like a... Forgive me if I'm misremembering. Is there like a maple forest in the new update too? Because that's the other thing that I feel like I kind of remember hearing about, but I don't know if that's true. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to be getting a little... It's called a dappled forest. The one thing I don't know, and I'm just not like enough of a Minecraft head for this, if you have an old save file, can you find new biomes in that old save file, or is it only so far out as the chunks are generated? Like, is there a way... Because I wanted to find a pale forest, but, like, we've had this file since before that was added. You just need to travel to new chunks. Okay. Yes, if you generate new chunks, there will be new terrain. Okay. The currently generated chunks will remain the same. That's exciting. Because I've used... Oh, goodness. Also, yes, there it is. Wait, where's what? I'm so excited for the cushions because they aren't blocks. They're entities, aka you can put them on stairs and beds and stuff. I'm not, like, into this specific part of Minecraft, but I know my little sisters used to play it all the time, and I would watch them. The, like, Sky Wars kind of game where like people will like platform back and forth. Anytime they add a new item to Minecraft, the platforming becomes really funny to watch because there are people that are like jumping off of iron fences and things, and I'm like, how are you doing that? Like, how are you landing that? That sounds like Bed Wars. Oh my god, it used to be called Sky Wars. What happened? When did they change that? No, I swear it. Unless it was like it's like a difference between like generations. Skywars is a separate game mode. Okay, okay. Wait, how are they different though? That's the thing that I don't know because we did play Skywars. Skywars has no bed. Bed Wars has bed respawn. Oh, so Bed Wars is not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about Skywars, where it's like if you die, you're dead. Dapple Forest, and I thought Horse Forest Fursona. Forest has a Horsona that I could redraw. I think he would look handsome with a horse Fursona. She said with no motivation at all whatsoever. Bedwars has a bed to destroy so people can't respawn. Okay. So is there a beverage today other than water? I'm thinking about making coffee to get through the day. So I am not drinking coffee myself because I already had 2 earlier and I don't want to be too caffeinated. I have a little funny tidbit about that. But if you're asking me what you should make, I would say probably coffee if it's not too late for you. Tea is always good too. Or juice, that's also good. Could do with horses running in a field. This is very true. Also, I love your draws. Thank you. Minecraft tech is so wild. I can never follow it. I think it's just like funny. I don't know. I think that for a game as like expansive as it is, it's funny how many things people have done with all of the blocks and how many little games people make out of it. I'm very excited for cushions though. Oh wait, my next question, and this is also for more Minecraft skilled people than I, is there a way to tell how many, like, where you've loaded out into the map? Because I know where we've explored, like, based off of just, you know, what I recognize, but I don't know how far out other parts have gone. This print is turning out so beautiful, the colors look so warm and harmonious. Thank you. I'm excited to be done with the gingham. The simple answer is no, but... So the Dashman's face is so cute. They're excited for the cookies. There are mods for that? Okay. I can kind of guess based off it's taking time to load. Just joined and got hit by a wave of nostalgia thinking about playing Skywars with my brother. He used to play Skywars with them, and to be fair, I played with them because I love them. I wasn't very good. We played Skywars together, and we played Hunger Games. That was another one that I know that we played a lot. Maps are can easily show where you've explored them. Also, newer chunks typically load slower. Okay. Find programs to look at generated chunks, but there's no way in game to tell outside of the mods. One of the things that I had been using, and sorry, it's a little cheaty, anytime I was trying to find a biome to know what direction to travel, there is a website where you can like see what biomes are on the map by putting in the seed. I'm guessing, if you update if you put the seed in and you change the version of the game you're playing on, it will change what biomes are generated on the map. Oh, so what's the song that you last listened to? Well, the opening song for today's stream was Pink Maggot by Deftones, so technically that was my last song that I listened to. Before that, though, I was listening to the Yume Nikki soundtrack, I think. Cheating doesn't technically exist in Minecraft, it's a sandbox after all. No, exactly. I like exploring, but I definitely like guided exploring, where it's like, okay, I don't mind going out on a little trek, but I actually want to know where I'm going. Play Legos however you want. And sometimes I like going out and discovering things just organically, but you know, when I'm like, okay, I specifically need a mangrove tree block. Sometimes it's just faster to check that. I'm back. Glasses are all good. Just lost the screw for them. Oh god, I've done that before. And they're so tiny. And it's like, well, the glasses are needed to see things, so now I can't see and I have to find a small object. Also, sorry for the topic question, but will we find out who the target of the feeding frenzy is before the stream? You will find out during the stream. Part of that is because we want to let whoever is streaming pick who is going to get attacked. So think of it this way. If I am the part that's streaming tomorrow, the person that I would choose because I like the character would be very different than the person that Red or Sky might choose. But that's also one of the reasons why we're doing multiples, so that everybody has like a chance of hosting a feeding frenzy, and then also so that people that, you know, one of us might not want to draw still get the shot to get drawn by somebody else. The feeling when you need that one specific building block that has a 30% chance to be a biome-specific structure and there's no other way to get it. I am not that far into building in Minecraft, but I did run into that trouble with frog lights, because Sky really wants frog lights in their house, and I was looking up and I was like, how do you even get these? I've never come across them like organically in the game. But I found that that's just by finding frogs. Deftones mentioned, I've been listening to them nonstop the last month. Thank you for introducing me to Peak. Very glad. So did y'all's hair grow out? It's growing. It's actually, Forrest grows faster than mine, which is kind of something that's infuriating. Not at him, just like, he doesn't want the long hair, and I'm over here like, please give me your hair growth. It takes me so long to grow out my hair. But it's getting there. Do you each have a separate house in the world, or different rooms in one house? Right now we're all sharing a main base, and the thing that we have that's different is we all have our own backpacks. This is like the one mod that we have in the game, is just like backpacks for everybody. They kind of work as like a little save file, so that you don't have to, you know, like restock your inventory every time you come on to play. But the goal is for everyone to have their own bases. Although I guess having our own rooms in the same house could be kind of cute. So for right now, we have just the starter base, but maybe in the future we'll build a bigger, like, mansion-like one that we can all live in together and have our own rooms. I already suffered through the nether enough. I ended up putting on keep inventory so I could get the netherite templates without losing my stuff. The nether is really scary. I don't go there. Black really likes it. Actually, that's like one of his favorite soundtracks from the game, is like the Nether soundtrack. I do not. I like building peacefully and not being scared. How did you get into Minecraft? It's gonna be kind of silly, but the way that we got into it is there was a guy we were friends with and we liked in middle school that asked us if we played, and I was like, no, I don't even know what it is. It's also the same person that got us into Homestuck, which is kind of funny. So we started playing together and have basically been playing since. Another soundtrack is good, Lena Rain. I really like Warmth. I think that one's pretty. So a mansion with color-coded beds and rooms sounds cute. Well, and I think it would be cool to, I might take like a break to show off what our house looks like at some point as a reward. Maybe if I get like big chunks of this done, I can like walk around our house very briefly. But our current house is made out of birch logs, so it's like dark brown and white. It could be kind of fun to do like an inversion of that and then have the rooms be colored. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy how widespread Minecraft is. I don't think I know anyone who hasn't played. So I love how it's been so long since I played. I don't recall the Nether having a soundtrack. I should come back. Honestly, it's one of those things you should like listen to. Like, just like while not even playing the game. Because there were some tracks that I didn't recognize right off the bat, but then realized I had kind of heard before. Baking and frying ASMR with art time lapse. Oh wait, are you like frying bacon right now? Or are you talking about in the backgrounds? In the background it's Minecraft blocks, but I could understand how it sounds like bacon. Which sounds really funny. Sorry, I'm just thinking about it. What in the world is happening in the background Minecraft right now? It looks like this person's just like getting a bunch of dirt. Yeah, that's what is happening. It's dirt and it's raining in Minecraft. It's raining? I thought we were cooking. No, I'm so sorry. That's really funny, though. I've never heard anyone think that that's what was going on. Alright, hold on. Let me see. Could make like a giant table in the center of the house with color-coded chairs. That'd be really cute. Can you make chairs in Minecraft? I know that there's mods for it, but I didn't think they had added it to the game. The sounds are Minecraft sounds, yes. If this one's not clearly Minecraft sounds, I could always change it to another video, because I was just trying out a new one today. I use stairs for chairs? Okay, I figured that's what I've been doing too. I can move this up here. That sounds like it's amethyst block. So like a Minecraft ASMR channel or something. There's a bunch. If you just look up like Minecraft long play, there's a lot of. Oh, also thank you for the hydrate. There's a lot of them. I love the eating noises in Minecraft. They're gobbling. I think it's funny that it's like just nondescript chewing. I couldn't tell you what food they're eating. Rain splashes of water, sizzles or splashes of oil, sometimes water too. This has been my favorite art fight thus far, and it's definitely because I've been talking to more people. Well, and that's wonderful. That's like what art fight is for, genuinely. Also, the only thing I'm gonna say is that the only reason I don't love this one Minecraft video is this guy is like running everywhere. Slow down. It's okay. It's supposed to be slow. I can't get into Minecraft personally. I get a headache playing and I never know what to do. Forest is the same thing. This is going to sound really specific. Check your depth of field and how quickly your camera movements are moving and your mouse sensitivity, because he fixed that and now it doesn't happen to him anymore. Bro's doing a speed run. It says it's a long play and yet he's running everywhere. It's like, calm down. In the last snapshot, they added cushions you can sit. Wait, can you like actually sit on them too? Oh, thank God. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of not being able to sit in Minecraft. Turning off head bobbing also helps, yes. I got this coconut body butter from Trader Joe's and I smell so yummy it's insane. I was only giggling a little bit earlier because Sky was trying a lotion that they got that was like said it was scented like ozone, and they were like, oh, that's cute, like clouds, and they tried it and they were like, this is just straight chemicals, and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is why you sniff test at the store. Bobbing or whatever it's called in motion blur too, yes, this is also true. The tablecloth folds are pretty tough, but I think I can get it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought people were talking about the wool stairs. No, there's also separate cushions that they're adding. I'm very excited for. I am, but no, to the art fight thing, I'm very glad that people are talking to people more. I've actually made a few new mutuals from this art fight alone, just by like finding people's art that I like or attacking artists whose characters I thought were cute and getting to see them get excited. It's been really nice. I mean, that's kind of what ozone is. That's what I was saying. And they're like, oh, because it's like got a little cloud that's on it. I don't know why. I guess they wanted it to smell like powder, but that's not what ozone is. Ozone is, in fact, a chemical. You are correct. I haven't necessarily kept up with Pokemon, so I don't know him personally, but I love this pastry puppy. So that's Dash Bun. That's actually one of my boyfriend's favorites. He's a fairy type, and the baby version is called Fido, and it's literally a dog made of dough that you can pull off and eat. And it's fine, because he just keeps generating more. So, you can eat him, it's okay. Did you change to Celeste music? No, this is still Minecraft. And I believe this is a OST made by Lena Raine, if I'm not mistaken. They may have better luck looking for one specifically marketed as smelling like baby powder, and you know what's funny is they already have one. They just wanted this one because it was blue and not pink. Also, thank you for the posture check. Do people care if I submit sketches for Artfight? I hate coloring and rendering. No, not only do people not care, there's actually like a whole category for that specifically. That is more than okay. If I was gonna say, don't let anyone convince you otherwise. It's very regular that people submit just sketches or like quick attacks. It's okay, once I got face washed because it had pochacco on it and it was not good. Sanrio gets so many people like that where they make these products that they like, because they have the little guys on them, they're like, oh cute, and then you try them and it's like, oh, it's bad. It's bad, and I fell for it because there was a little animal on it. Choco Cat gets me like this a lot. Aaron Sheroff is also a composer, so a couple tracks sound like it's from Cobalt Core. Oh, like Precipice, that's true. I'm taking a break from Artfight this year, but it's still so cool seeing all of the art being made from it, and that's more than okay. I hope that you're alright too, and it's just a break to vacation. I remember the years that we took like breaks from Artfight, it was because there was like, you know, IRL stuff going on. And it wasn't like a wanting to take a break, it was kind of like, well, if I don't take a break, I will collapse. I almost wish I had joined, I'm just too busy, I fully understand. You can join late too if you end up changing your mind, so don't be too sad. Even you can even play just like the last week if things clear up for you. I have the My Melody shampoo and it's amazing, but it was also 40 bucks. My heart stops beating. $40 for shampoo. That's the problem, is that like, because things are so highly sought after, you'll be paying so much for them, and even if they're good, it's like, well, then it's gonna be gone. It's one of the nice Absol, thank you. It's one of the reasons that we use, like, anytime we get like anything related to Sanrio or like a cute item, it's usually not cosmetics, it's like a desk supply or something that'll last for a while, like the ruler that they just got. I have like a little tin business card, a little business card tin that's got Choco Cat on it. Can anyone else relate to getting a lot more attacks than expected? I'm not going to be able to revenge them while I feel guilty, and I'm not doing any human attacks this year. I can completely relate, but I was going to say, don't feel guilty, just say thank you. Artfight is a gifting game, and while there may be some people playing that are trying to get attacks, and it's fine to want them, the most important thing is to just be grateful and to understand that, you know, you are just one person, it's not a job, and it importantly is a game, you're meant to have fun. Choco Cat is your little Victorian son, he is. Well, and it's funny because the tin that I have is like a vintage one too. It's from their original like 2007 release of him. I have the whole little stack of them. Also, my Pokemon trainer is a barista breeder. My headmates is a wannabe gym leader. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. Oh wait, hold on. What's your favorite starter Pokemon? I actually am not super fond of any of the starters. I don't hate any of them. I just like am not like in love with them. Probably Sprigatito. I mean, it's a cat. It turns into a dark type. I like the shiny. I'm trying to think if there's any others though, but off the top of my head, no, I'm not like crazy about any of the starters. And do you like Chibimaru? I think he's cute. He's not like for me, but I do appreciate him existing. Like, I think that his design is very cute. I wish that he got more love. My favorites are Choco Cat and Sweet Mint is the deer, I think. And then there's also another cat that was just introduced whose name I always forget. She's like a blue and black cat. I think she's really fun. You are just one person applies to a surprisingly low number of people in this community. Let me say this. Bodily, you are one person. And that's one of the things where, as much as I think that people can get overzealous about what they'd like to do, you have to remember your physical amount of time. Because you're right. You might not be just one person, but you do only share a body, so you gotta be gracious with that. Also, I love Choco Cat. Kind of shame he's not as popular in Japan, methinks. He's not, but apparently he's very popular in Brazil, which I don't know why. I think that's beautiful. I have no idea why he's so popular there. Do you have to watch this show, Sanrio, or can you just like the little characters? Oh, absolutely, you can just like the little characters. I don't want to... there's really not like a Sanrio fandom, I guess. It's not like Chikawa. Chikawa is like a show, and then there are cute little characters too. Um, but Sanrio is kind of just like they made guys so that they could sell things. And a lot of things they make are really cute. There's not really a story or lore that's important to keep up with. You can watch it, but it's like, you know, it's just, they're little guys. It's funny you're drawing this critter because I'm currently looking at food concept art. I want to get better at food. I think that's something that I think this is the best food that I've done artistically speaking yet, but I feel like I can still improve because ironically I think I did the best job with the desserts. Like the desserts are stand up. I'm not sure how I feel about the entrees, but they're not all done yet. I just looked up some of the Sanrio characters and I'm kind of obsessed with Landry. I think that's the little Tanuki one, right? I think that's... Forrest also really likes Landry. So, wasn't that one Sanrio cat, like, Autosona? I think so, yeah. Hungry man thinks of bread. Love how you drew the furret. Thank you. I still need to shade it. Food study buddy stream, perhaps. I've done drink rendering studies before. Actually, was anyone here for my drink rendering streams? These were so long ago now. And what's funny is that people don't actually know these were mine, but... let me see. I don't think... This one... I forgot that this happened. Also, thank you for the sub from Mooney. Howdy, I'm redecorating my room, and I got one of the Miku prints to hang on my wall. Oh, I'm so excited. And is anyone else here suddenly really hungry? It's funny, though, because looking at this, I think that I can already do better than this. The miserably sad doodle. I was very sick. We were living in mold apartment at that point in time, too, so I got sick, like, very frequently. I don't know if I have... I don't think I saved any of the other ones. I only saved that coffee. I think that's the only one I liked. It makes so much sense that Forrest is a Pom Pom Piran fan. He loves Pom Pom. He loves Pom Pom and he likes that he's fat and that his part of his like design is his butt, which I think is really funny. Also, thank you for the posture check. Pom Pom is really cute. So I think it's a bit of a good thing that you feel like you can always improve. Well, and I think that wanting to improve and recognizing you can, didn't you do another one with coffee and winter drinks? Oh, I definitely did. I think I lost it. I don't know where it is. And thank you for the stretch. Oh god, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the improvement thing. I think that there's a way that you can be, like, excited about improving your art, but not, like, beating yourself down, I guess. Like, you can celebrate your accomplishments and what you've done well while also still recognizing the places you can grow. It is a hype train. I was gonna say thank you, everyone. I gotta do the shading on the furret. The furret's shading is a little hard because he is kind of just like a long noodle. But if you can get it, it's not the worst. Did you say old apartment or mold apartment? I heard I swore. Well, it's technically both are true. It was the old apartment and the mold apartment. I did say mold. Our old apartment that we stayed at was really probably not good to be living in. There was like frequent leaks because the plumbing was really bad, and because of that and the fact that the carpet was like 20 years old, there was like mold in it, and so I got sick very frequently. I didn't know that's why until we left, and then all of a sudden I was not getting sick all the time, and I was like, how did you get your license so smooth? Just stabilizer? Actually, no, I don't really use a stabilizer. I just have a lot of practice with inks in person. I do also redo lines a few times, but I only have like a 10 or 12 stabilization on my lines. And your neighbors sucked. Yes, our neighbors did really suck. That was also part of it. Although not why I was getting sick, but certainly did not help. I love the chicken noises. Little doodle on top. I wish I was playing Minecraft too, but alas, I'm making backups of my tech. I have to finish this piece that I'm working on, but once it's done, I will be free to play Minecraft, which I'm very excited for. So, I just had sorbet and several Hawaiian rolls, so I'm not hungry. Oh, that sounds really good, though. Also, what art program do you use? Clip Studio Paint. Clip Studio Paint for art, and then OBS for streaming. Are those Oshawott cookies? They are Oshawott truffles, I believe. But yes, they are meant to be Oshawott. All of the dishes on the table are based off of different Pokemon, and all of the dishes in the book will be based off different Pokemon too. So, if you notice a guy that you like, you are probably correct. This person's eating so much food. What are you eating? Watermelon. I was like, how do you have this much food? The hunger. I was wondering what they could have possibly been eating that their health, or like their hunger bar was that empty. First time on stream, found out you streamed from your art, but first time tuning in, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. So question about the zine, if it's a recipe zine with participants, will the participants also be providing recipes or just art? Actually, both. So the fun part about this zine is that they hired both artists and chefs. So chefs made recipes, and then the artists start drawing illustrations for the recipes. I don't know if I'm liking this one either, but it's just because of the noises of the bamboo. Every time I play a mangrove one, though, they've got, like, clay. Alright. We're giving you another shot. We're gonna give you a... What the hell is that sound? That's the bamboo block in Minecraft getting broken. I'm sorry to demolish your hard work, but grabs table and all the food and then proceeds to run to the sunset like a madman. Also, do you have tips on making shaded pieces look cohesive? Sometimes when I color, it looks like all the parts are shaded individually, even if they have the same light source. Part of it is making sure that your color, like the direction that your color is going, is similar. Like, all of these have very cool shading, or like that was kind of the goal. And also... they might have the same light source, but every so often you want to pull out and make sure that you're seeing if they all look like they have the same light source. The Torchic Omarice calls to me. I was gonna say, maybe the Lung player was a speedrunner before. It's very possible. It's very possible that's why it was going so quickly. Oh my god, what was I working on? Oh, it was Pichu. I was like, what was I coloring before this? It's such a cool concept for a zine, right? I'm excited to get it when it comes out. Alright, so Pichu is here. I hear area math in the background. I do really love this OST too. I got a 3D model attack with my little bug guy. I've been on Cloud 9 all day. You know what, once I finish rendering another block of something, I'm gonna take a break to show off some of the attacks that I got, because there's some really beautiful ones in there. I mean, all of them have been beautiful. I've been trying to, like, say thank you for them, but there's been some that I was just, like, blown away from. Will you be able to buy it when it's out? Yeah, it's a zine that's going to be published for people to buy. It just needs to be finished first. That's why I'm doing my piece. The soup looks scrumptious. Thank you. I have to do the ladle and the handle. I realized I forgot to do those. Also, did you make your VTuber avatar? Yes. I did the art for it, and my boyfriend rigged and modeled it. So I just gotta make sure that I'm giving some room to draw so that it's not covered. I'm glad you uploaded Carousel to Artfight. Very fun to draw. I did really love your piece, Toasty. I thought it was very pretty. I was astounded to see, but like it was very, very pretty. All right, but I actually think I need a darker color because it's a smaller piece of metal. I was looking through the attacks you got earlier because I was curious, and this community is so full of talent. It's crazy. Like, it's really exciting. few months ago, I found out bamboo is extremely invasive and resilient. I literally thought they were endangered. Created forests only exist in some places in Asia. It is really invasive. I think it's possible you conflated that the animals that eat bamboo are typically endangered, like pandas. But the actual forests themselves, like the bamboo does not have much trouble at all growing. It is very good at taking up space and very hard to get rid of once it's started growing. I can't wait to get you. I'm so excited. So who's the Absol? That's my knee. My lady. I just drew her because I was working earlier today and I was like, okay, it's on a sticky note next to me to remind me that if I finish my work I can play Minecraft. Okay, I think that is good, and the metal looks pretty well shaded. The beef stew is making me drool. You know, it's funny because I'm actually not like a soup person. A lot of the food that's on this table I don't eat, so I tried my best to draw it and like make it look appealing. But I wouldn't even really eat a lot of it. I would say of this table, the things that I would eat are like the Clodsire eclair and the macarons, and I think that's it. I wouldn't eat anything else. Finished 2 attacks since the start of streams, thanks to you. That was so fast. Also, yay, art fight showcase, I would love that. Yeah. I felt so nervous when I posted my attack for you. I always get nervous. Please don't be. I said it at the beginning of stream, but if I haven't commented on something yet, I promise it's not because I don't like it. It's just because I've been going through little by little. Sorry, someone started shouting outside. I was like, hello? But I've been working through commenting and thanking people for them because I want to be able to like properly say thank you to each person. Okay, wait, where is Pichu? I have to do like a little bit of a drop shadow for Pichu. Do you know if the zine will have tiered prices? Like, do you get extras for paying more? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that you do because I've seen some things from it. But I think that I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say yes for sure. I know I've seen things that would make me think so. So I had a chocolate eclair this morning and thought the Clodsire in this piece. Looking at the card right now and just noticed 2 versions of my favorite Pokemon are in the background. Oh, this one here? Or something else? Also, ever since like made the comic about coffee made for Make Big Comic Day, I've been wanting to try coffee. Decaf, obviously, go my weird heart structure. Well, and that coffee will work with pretty much any kind of roast, so long as the roast is like good. Not all coffee roasts are good, unfortunately. I really don't want to do the Swadloon wraps. I keep avoiding them because I'm not really sure how I want to render them. How do you pick out colors and shades? It's amazing. With this piece specifically, the kind of go-to that I've been doing is going a little bluer for the shadow colors. And that's just because this is like kind of in a sunshiny outdoor environment, so a lot of the shadows would be like a bit bluer. I do kind of go blue-green just because, you know, that I think that looks nice. For the overall piece though, it's difficult to explain because it's a lot of trial and error. Got this, we believe in you. Thank you. I'm going to try and believe in my me too, even if it's not like the easiest thing. I gotta figure out how I want to shade Sinishja's like darker area. I guess I'd probably go with like a dark blue, which means grabbing this. Ooh. And then there we go. That looks pretty good. I'm not too worried about that because that's like not super visible. So how's everyone doing today? Pretty well, thank you. Sinistcha is not too much shadow because it's floating, so it's kind of like getting exposed to that light source a little more. It's also like tilted a bit. the ones that are going to be hard, I think, are really the lettuce wraps. And then the ground, especially, because it's a lot of grass detail. Also, what's your favorite Pokemon? It's a pretty close tie between Reshiram and Absol for me, personally. Isn't that Poltergeist, not Sinistcha? Oh, I always forget. You're right. I think it is Poltergeist. I always get their names mixed up. I know because Sinistcha is easier for me to remember than Poltergeist for whatever reason. Also, what's your favorite Froyo flavor? Maybe a little bit boring, but I actually just think like the base vanilla Froyo with stuff added into it is really good. But it's okay. I like the toppings. My sister just like me, Absol, Reshiram, and my beloved. They work so well together, and I will make a print with them together someday. If for nothing but self-indulgently, I want it. So I want the Reshiram Pokédoll so bad. It's $600. That's the thing that's so sad, is that the Reshiram Pokédoll, I've only found it online. And every listing of it, it's like $600 for just the plushie, and I'm just like, it's very cute. I do not have $600 for a doll. I'm sorry. It's bad. It's so bad out there. A print for sale? Well, when I work on it, I would like to make a Reshiram and Absol print for sale, yes. How is the checker pattern on the tablecloth done? Do you have any shortcut for it? I am very sorry to tell you, but the checker pattern is done by hand. There is no shortcut. I have been drawing in the checker lines. Hold on. Speaking of which, I should probably finish this last portion of it. The reality of a lot of things that I draw is that there's not a shortcut. I just have been working on it for a while. In that vein, what are your favorite Froyo toppings? I really like dark chocolate drizzle and then Reese's cups crumbled. Oh my god, sorry. I guess people haven't seen me working on it, so they didn't know. But yeah, I did the table by hand. Pretty much everything in this is done by hand, with the exception of like a few straight lines here and there that I use the straight edge for. But like I try to avoid using the straight edge because it can make things look unnatural. So I pretty much only use it for the sketch, and then I line everything by hand. What is Froyo? It's frozen yogurt. It's basically like a type of ice cream treat, but instead of just like ice cream, it's frozen yogurt. Finished a comic attack yesterday because of your streams? Oh, that's wonderful. The sweet treats, I'm sobbing, they're so cute. The problem is that this is making me really hungry. I forgot to grab something to eat before stream because I was taking a nap with Forrest. Because Forrest had been up since 3 a.m. because of work, so I was like, oh, come here, we can nap before I go work my job. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna mute for the sirens. There was like a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that just went by. I think that was like 6 different cop cars. That's crazy. Would you try anything on this art piece? I had said I would definitely eat the Clodsire Eclair, basically everything in like this box here. I've never had coffee jelly before, but I would probably try coffee jelly. I don't know if I'd eat anything else though. Also, Sticks and Sharks Verface on Ko-Fi is a gorgeous Absol print. I will want to go see this. Hold on. Thank you for letting me know. To save. Oh my god, wait, I know this artist. Okay, delightful. I'm saving this. I might actually have seen the Absol piece you're talking about and not known it was by them. But I will go look for it after stream. I could go for frozen yogurt. I haven't had any in a long time. Stop, you're making me hungry and I have to work. Please. Unless you want to get frozen yogurt and bring it back. Do you love me that much? Would you go on a perilous journey just for me and bring back frozen yogurt? Coffee jelly is good if you like Jell-O texture. The problem is I don't like Jell-O texture, but I do like coffee. It's hot and you're working. This is true. I just don't know if he wants to travel for it. Coffee jelly can cause stomach aches, not anything serious, just be warned. Maybe that's my reason not to try. I have the world's most touchy stomach in the world. Well, yeah, I guess saying the world and then in the world. The Clotsire donut? Also, I like your username, wannabe Zangoose. Also, thank you, Tay2. That's very sweet. I have to wake up at 3 again. I'm medicating myself to go to sleep. I understand. That makes sense. Follow-up question. Do you know the chocolate pastry that we have in the box still? If you wanted to eat half of that and bring me the other half, or just cut it in half, I would love that. I did mean it when I said I was getting hungry while working on this piece. Are all of these Pokemon in the piece your favorites? Actually, no. These are just all food-based Pokemon, or just Pokemon I thought would be cute in it. With the exception of Furret, because it's like our host's favorite. And then Pichu, I think it was just because there was a small Pokemon to take up size. But Dashbun, Applin, Milcery, Swirlix, and Togepi, and Poltergeist are all food Pokemon. Maybe a snack break? That's what I was thinking. Well, I wouldn't even need a break. Also, out of curiosity, how do you fill the inside lines with your lasso fill tool? It's not the lasso fill tool. If you go to the paint bucket tool on CSP and you go down, there's a tool called Enclose and Fill. And as long as your little area is like a closed line art section, it will fill in that segment. Munchlax is just a hungry Pokemon? Exactly, Munchlax is there to eat. It's food Pokemon and Pokemon that will eat a lot of food. Also, Furret Dashbun thinking emoji. Oh, well, Dashbun is bread. Hi. Cut it in half. You don't just have to, like, bite into... Do you want to take a picture so I can show them what it is? How much of a bite did you take out of it? Okay, hold on. I wanted to show it off to everyone so people could see. Here you go. No, I know.
I have a sweet potato and some,
Oh, Critter's probably frozen. I'm so used to just grabbing my phone, I forget that I have a VTuber hiding. I'm still not adjusted to having a VTuber over having a PNG tuber, even though it's been like 2 years. Almost, at this point. And wait, also, you said you were hungry because of, well, why?
I had a sweet potato and then I had some pot stickers. So I didn't really have like a full meal.
Also, what's your favorite Pokemon? Absol and Reshiram. What foo's Pichu? Pichu, I think, was just there because it fills up space. I don't think that Pichu is meant to be a food, and actually I think it would be really sad to eat Pichu. I think Pichu is a mouse. Pichu is a little guy. Thank you. I went away just to grab the picture. Oh wait, do you not want any more? So you love me? Took too big of a bite. Sad to eat Pichu, but none of the other Pokemon. The other Pokemon would survive. Sorry, I wanted to show this off. This was one of them that we got. This is not the one that I'm currently eating. This was a pistachio one. And this is the one that I have right now. Oh no, Absol's covering it. I'm sorry. Now visible. Sorry that it was hidden, though. I don't actually know what it is. It's kind of like a pastry that's filled with some sort of, like, both of them were flavored, like, filled with, like, a cream. The pistachio one, obviously, like, was filled with, like, a pistachio cream, and then this one is a chocolate cream. I genuinely don't know what they are, though. Is it croissant? Okay. That makes sense. It is very fluffy, too. Hold on, I can show even, what they looked like. You're making me hungry with the zine, and now you're showing food? Sorry. We went on a grocery store date trip last Friday. So I guess they're croissants. We also got one of the bear cream buns and the strawberry croissant. However, those did not last long enough to get a photo taken of them because they were very yummy. I'm trying to eat this neatly. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to eat a croissant neatly. It is not easy. I thought you were going to add new food to the piece when you were showing the pastries. No. No, this is just what I'm eating. I am putting it down now, though. I'm doing an attack on a Sylveon and Absol next up. Oh, that's awesome. The way the model's mouth moves is so adorable. It kind of looks... It looks like Critter chews with its mouth open. Even though it's not. Like, I chew with my mouth closed. Minecraft goats... The guy is fighting goats or something. It's kind of beautiful. The only way you can neatly eat a croissant is over the sink or a trash can. Like, you would have to be standing in the plate. I'm too used to Goatman horror mod. You hear the goats, and you think the Goatman's gonna come out of the woods. There's, that's all I can think of when I hear the goat noises. Forrest and I watch a lot of YouTubers that play horror mods. So anytime we hear the goat noises, it's like, oh my god, it's Goatman. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I'm just now realizing how much the stream is helping me be calm. I was being anxious over waiting for news and being here... Like, being here, all of that is out of my head. Wait, that's awesome. I'm so glad. I'm glad that stream can help people calm down because I know how bad, like, getting kind of anxious pacing can be. For my brain, at least. I'm like a chronic worrier. I almost forgot, I started showing my dad, who is big into comics, Like His Comet the other day, and he loves it. Wait, that's like such a huge compliment? Thank you. I'm always really honored when people introduce people to Leica's, because of, you know, it's a very long-standing passion project of ours, and also just like, I'm impressed when people enjoy it. I don't know, I don't think our comic is bad, but it's our first one that's like a longer project, so it's a compliment when people do. No, not a chronic warrior with an A. Chronic worrier, like, I worry a lot. My clause is I worry too much. That makes way more sense, yeah. Actually, I might do this a bit darker, even. And then do that color for the shadow, maybe? Your art style is my ideal dream art style. Thank you. Your comic's good. It's been an amazing read, and I can't wait for it when you guys go back to it. I know for a fact that we just want to take we want to take August and a little bit after just to work on planning and getting things sorted out. Like, that's meant to be That's meant to be time to be on vacation and rest. So when it comes back, it'll be with some things planned out and ready. Importantly, like adding more to the buffer is part of the goal. That feels really blown out. I don't know if I like that. Yes, I was really anxious before I saw the stream. I'm glad. I'm actually really glad. Also, unfortunately, I'm not good with horror, especially Minecraft horror. Oh, that's more than okay. I think we've played Minecraft horror on stream like once or twice. It's not a common mainstay of our streams. Mostly because it's like just silly content. Okay, that already looks much better. I think it was just too saturated. It's a backseat, but should Furret's paw be shaded? It should. I just stopped shading the Furret because the tube body was perplexing me and I wanted to stop touching it. So I want to ask if you have any options for food you want to add to the center in the art piece. I don't think I'm adding food to the center in the art piece, and I can show you why in just a second. The center is going to be covered by the spine. So, oh, welcome in, Squirrel Cat. Hello. I do have like a few things that could go there, but I would have to move some stuff around, so I'm gonna see. So how do you decide when to shadow with black and when to shadow with color? When shadowing with black, it's typically when there's something that has like a really harsh overlap. Although I will say a lot of these examples of where I've shaded with black are not going to stay that way in the final piece. I just have to finish rendering that area. Also, hello, welcome in, Raiders. I'm trying to see, I guess, like, I could do this bench area with Togepi, because otherwise, then Togepi is all done. I didn't even realize somehow that this wraps around the book. Yeah, it's gonna be the front and back cover. Let's see, where is, there you are. And that is part of your liner, okay. So I like seeing the zine formatting works. It's very fun. It's my first time doing something like this, so like I'm a little nervous. There were a few edits that I had to make. I can actually show the original sketch and first check-in because a lot has changed about the piece since I started working on it. I have a fun fact. For just 50,000 USD, you could buy 1 million tiny plastic crabs in bulk. Not 50,000, 500,000. Why would you do that? I mean, that is a fun fact, but also, why would you do that? Kind of assumed it would come back for your birthday like last year. Did we do horror Minecraft for my birthday? I don't think I was the part that streamed for our birthday, so I don't remember that. But maybe. Oh, you mean Leica's Comet. I feel silly. It might come back for our birthday, but I don't know if that's the plan for sure, because I think that part of the reason we were taking off was also to improve the buffer. Oh, hold on, where is... Oh, that's part of the paint over. I was like, why is that such a harsh line? That's for it, but where's the bench? Okay, there's the bench. Artfight is awesome. I did 3 attacks this week, and all are in different mediums. Today was oil pastels. I really love how much it's been encouraging people to branch out and try new mediums and things. Investing in microplastics. You sleep by y'all. I have work, no worries. Farce is also that way. I understand a lot of people have to work early. The only thing that I'm gonna do, and I may have to do this in like a quick paint over, is connect this gingham pattern here. And at this corner as well. Other than that though, the thing is the front cover is actually coming together very well. Like it's getting there. I think I want to leave this section blank so that I can have some like words there, but if not, I could always just move Applin there if need be. I'm wondering if you could move the Torchic food so it doesn't get mostly cut off. I could do that. I could put the Torchic like here, and then we get a little more of it, and then maybe put like napkins up there. Oh wait, where did I put the omurice? Come back. Okay. And then just maybe move the pinwheels here, and then I could do like something here. We'll see. Although the only problem is like the drop shadow is going to be a little different now, but that's fine. I think closed captions broke. Hold on. Let me restart them. Sorry, I wanted more croissant. Heard of an art fighter with traditional art DNA in their profile. What a sad way to experience art fight. So don't be too sad for them. That actually is like a bannable offense on art fight. They're not going to be experiencing art fight very long. I think that people say things like that, especially because traditional is a very easy avenue for like beginner artists to get into. Because it's like, you know, the price point is not as high when it comes to things like pencil or pen work. But that's super not allowed. The art fight staff actually, that's part of the reason that I found out that they banned DNIs is because people were using DNIs to say things like that. And it was just becoming a nightmare to enforce. I can feel the swadloon lettuce rolls staring at me menacingly. You can tell I do not want to render those. Oh, Lemmy, this looks so cool. This is Lemmy's oil pastel attack that she did today. I've finally been having fun with my art again thanks to Artfight and somehow just unlocking a new art style that I enjoy doing and looking at. That's wonderful. It is really, really cool. I saw it earlier, Lemmy. This is really cool. I really, really like it. This is my first time doing oil pastels, so be nice to me. I don't know jack from shit. It's okay, that's how we felt about watercolors. I still need to try watercolors myself. Or if I convinced me to actually start drawing again instead of ruminating about it, so that's nice. That is wonderful, actually. Also, I do see the suggestion of the empty plate. I was thinking of doing napkins in the center, since that's going to be something that they would need anyway. Like napkins and plates. Maybe cutlery like here. And then there is room here to... What animal is that? Sorry, I keep hearing... Okay, it's a goat. I just keep hearing the goat making noises in this. And it's making me giggle. I've been trying to use oil pastels myself, but they keep not cooperating. I don't know if I will ever use them, but I am wildly impressed by people that can. Holy cow, it looks like storybook art, the one that Lemmy did? I agree. I think that her traditional work is always really beautiful. I'll predict that I'll do more art this month than like all of this year so far. So far that's been true for us, actually. Because we've done 10 pieces this month, and that's more than all the rest of the year so far. Also, let me see. Where are the lava cookies? Them being called cookies is still really funny to me. Because again, like, they're rice crackers. But that is what they're called in the game, so... Although I appreciate the zine makers, because what they did is they did a version of the lava cookies that are like actual rice crackers, and then they are doing cookies as well. So that you have accurate version. No, the animal noises are goats, not sheep. I've done 24 attacks so far. That's crazy. That's very impressive. What color do I make the swadloon plate? I could make it this kind of off cream color again. Because I don't think there's any dishware that's that, except for like the pot right next to it. Swadloons, where are you? Because I should at least do the plate color. Good lord. See, I thought lava cookies were like molasses cinnamon cookies with a dollop of chocolate. I also thought that for years until I took a closer look at them and I realized that they were rice crackers. And then I was like, why did they translate them that way? But I think that's why they're doing both versions in the zine, is so that like people can have Then we can have both of our childhoods. Also, I started doing more horror stuff for Artfight and personal projects, and I haven't had this much fun with art in a while. Oh, that's wonderful. Lava cookies are rice crackers? Okay. So, we talked about this in a previous stream when talking about the old gâteau from Pokemon Heart Gold, Heart Gold Soul Silver, from Diamond Pearl Platinum. Because in the old chateau, in the English localized versions of Diamond Pearl Platinum, you can find this like healing item called the Old Chateau, or Old Gâteau, the Old Chateau. There we go. When we were talking about it on stream, we found out, like together, everybody found out while talking that it's not gâteau, it's not cake in the original version. It's yokon, because oh, welcome in, Luminator. Hello, Raiders. I ran to bed, but before that Luma attack. Hello. Welcome. I hope you guys had a lovely stream. So we've made one attack, which we did yesterday. That's still good. Honestly, doing any attacks is better than nothing for Artfight. Also, I have not seen Obsession yet, but I also haven't been to the movies in some time. I would like to. I just haven't been out. Movies can be a bit expensive. We usually go to see stuff, or watch stuff when it's at home. It's giving Brock's Jelly Donuts. So that's funny, because everyone uses that as an example, but that's actually not the first time that Pokemon has done that. I would love... I don't know if I've actually shared this. I found out that a PokeTuber that I watch a lot is a girl now. Like, she transitioned. Because I was really confused, because I went to click on a video of hers, and I was like, oh, did she get someone to help her do the voiceover? And then I was listening more, and I was like, oh my god, that's her! Like, that's just her voice. It's Droomish. I think the name that she chose was Rebecca. But, which I thought was really cute. I was excited for her when I heard. I don't know. I don't know if she takes suggestions for videos, though, but I think that if she ever hears... I don't even know how she would. If she ever wants a suggestion, I think that she should do one on the localization of, like, Pokemon food, because I think that it would be really cute to see, like, the different ways that food has been localized in different versions. Because, like Brock's Jelly Donuts, that's, like, something that Pokemon does all the time, and I don't think people even realize. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually almost out of water. No, I was very happy for her. It was, like, surprising, but, like, but obviously not, like, a bad surprise. I just genuinely didn't know, because I came to a new video, I was like, who are you? I thought Droomish was doing a different voice. No, like, go check, you have to check her, like, she has a blue sky, too. I don't know, like, her, and I noticed because her icon is the lass from Pokemon, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, or is, like, I think based off of the lass or the schoolgirl. Water refill break. If I do actually fully run out, I will. Also, the YouTuber that I was talking about is Droomish, because I've been watching her Pokemon videos. They've been kind of like my calm down time background videos for a while now. So when I clicked onto another one, I was like, wait, what happened? Although, no, what's funny, Cecilily I do know, and I haven't watched Cecilily before until someone told me. Apparently Cecilily posted the Akari art piece that we did, because she did a video on Akari from the Pokemon manga, for like a series of queer characters in Pokemon. I also then watched her Team Rocket Meowth video, and I did cry, I'm gonna admit. Also, I absolutely love Droomish. I highly recommend. Lots of fun Gen 3 and 4 stuff, which is my bread and butter. No, exactly, same. But no, Cecily did a video on Akari from the How I Became a Pokemon card manga, which, you know, we've done an art piece on before. And apparently she shared that piece to Twitter, which was, like, such an honor. I had no idea that she liked it or had seen it. went to see what you were talking about in holy voice training. I genuinely didn't recognize her voice. Like, I didn't know that that was her because she sounds so different now. But also, her voice is so cute. Like, I was like really excited for her when I realized too. Yeah. Also, if you're talking about Droomish, it's like Shroomish, but like, hold on. Like this is her username. The Pokemon video that I was watching, though, is on how Meowth's voice actress is actually a trans lady. Or like Meowth's original voice actress in the English Pokemon anime is a trans woman. And actually realized that she was trans while voicing Meowth. And like I said, it was a great video. I did cry. It was very emotional for me, but like, it was really well done. I got recommended that video. Now I need to watch it. It's really good. It is really sad. Like, unfortunately, the real life story is kind of sad, but like, it is also worth watching. Hopping off to play games with friends. Thanks for stream, of course, and thank you for staying. Also, yes, it is Minecraft in the background right now. I don't know, I think the Pokemon community, I love how queer it is, and I think that's one of my favorite things. I don't ever want that to change, you know, even if I don't always draw Pokemon, or sometimes I drift away from it. I think part of the reason I keep coming back is because it's like, all my friends are there. There's the little gay people in my phone, but there's also the little gay people in my monster world. As a trans person, I really love Meowth, and learning that it was voiced by a trans woman makes me so happy. The video is super sad, but I'm thankful to have watched it. And I do understand it, too. Like, I understand how, like, a trans woman having this character that she's been this whole time, going through an episode where, like, he tries to do something to impress someone that he loves and then kind of ends up in an awkward in-between state, but then is accepted and loved by the people that know him. Like, that's really beautiful. I think that, like I said, I got teary-eyed when I was watching it. Also, yes, that is buggy. There's gay people in my phone, June. I love the little gay people in my phone. Have you seen the video of Nick Robinson about recovering a corrupted Pokemon from a GBA cartridge? I highly recommend watching it. It's a whole journey. Oh, that sounds really cool. Also, just popping in while doing assignments. Hope you're having a good stream. I am. I'm doing my best to finish this piece because it's for a zine, and I'm really excited to do it. I've just been really slow because of I've been oh my god, my stutter. It's been years since it was that bad. I've been a bit allergic to digital art lately, and I want to get this done so I can go back to doing traditional. So I remember that episode. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I've seen it. Ain't that the Blastoise one? So I love a little Absol Doodle. I think that's one of your Pokesonas. Yes, it's mine. It's my Pokesona. That's because I'm working on this, but all I've been thinking about is playing Minecraft today, and that's all I've wanted to do. I kind of feel bad of everyone in the system. I have not done artfight very much. Not for lack of trying. I actually tried sketching out a piece the other day, but I was just really displeased with the composition. I think the problem is that my standards for like my compositions are way too high, whereas I was looking at the attacks the other guys were doing, and I was like, oh, you guys are having fun. You're just like playing and doing chibis and like cute poses, and I'm over here like, I need to have a fully rendered graveyard scene with fog and atmospheric distance. Keep thinking about how much cooler shiny Gengar looked in Gen 2, in its Gen 2 sprite. Neon pink eyes. I wish that they kept the original version. Sorry, there was a very loud bike that just came by. I wish they kept the original version for shiny Clefairy where it had the blue ears. I think that would have looked really cute. I mean, I like the alien one too, but like, I think that pink and blue Clefairy would be very cute. Or I think maybe it was blue with pink ears. I can't remember which way. I just did perspective. I never do perspective for one attack, so I understand. So I've been doing artfight for 9 years now. I'm just here to draw a cute guy and have fun. That's completely okay. I think for me, I think for me, I like try to push myself with my pieces because that's what artfight I like to use artfight for, is to try new compositions and things I wouldn't get to do otherwise. But unfortunately, that standard sometimes keeps me back from like doing as many pieces as other guys. And I have to remind myself it's okay to just like play toys. Also because I think I keep ending up in like the torture labyrinth every time I'm front, something needs to get done or be attended to. Or like last Friday, it wasn't even torture labyrinth, it's just we needed to go grocery shopping. And, hold on, I have to sneeze. Or I keep thinking I'm gonna sneeze, and then not doing it. I guess it's not happening now, okay. I love her little glasses, thank you. So my main is an Electabuzz and a Latias. I've never met anyone with Electabuzz as a Pokesona before. That's really creative though, I like it. The curse of being responsible. It seems, it's also like curse of like having the best memory of everyone is like when things need to get done that require memory, unfortunately it usually ends up being me. My favorite thing is to attack my friends and new artists violently with joy and whimsy. I think it would be worth mentioning tomorrow we're doing, and tomorrow's stream is earlier, just in case anyone hasn't seen like the updated schedule. Tomorrow's stream is at 11, it's not at the nighttime time. We're doing the first feeding frenzy where we find a person that hasn't been attacked yet for all of Artfight, and we all go attack them at the same time. So if you'd like to join for that. I haven't picked the character yet, but that's just because I don't know who's going to be streaming. But you'll know when you come in. So if you want to join and come attack a newbie together, affectionately. Has anyone ever felt burnt out from plenty of Artfight attacks made during Artfight? Honestly, I think that feeling burnt out from Artfight can absolutely happen. It's why it's important to take time to rest and like take care of yourself, because it's meant to be like a fun game. You don't want to start like hating art because of playing a game. I was doing some attacks for friends in Artfight. How are you? That was my delayed response. That's more than okay, Illuminator. Don't worry. And also I'm glad to hear. I hope that you had fun making attacks too. Okay, that's good shading. One of our guys' Pokesonas is Wordier. Wordier is also a very cool Pokesona. If you had to change your first Sona to a human Sona, what would he look and act like? Well, so I guess my first Sona would just kind of look like me. And speaking of attacks, I might have done something for you a while back. I was going to say, I've been going through and commenting on the attacks that I've gotten, so if I haven't commented yet, I promise I'm not ignoring. I'm just very slow. There's a bunch of them I'm still working through. Also, thank you, Aspen. Hold on, I gotta do the ridge for that. Are you okay with friendly fires? I'm more than okay. I like I said, I will be thanking every person that attacks us. I'm only doing friendly fire on like mutuals and friends myself, but I am more than okay with receiving and will definitely say thank you. I recommend just having multiple sonas for fun. Oh, absolutely. It's healthy for you. Plurality aside, you should explore the multitude of your personality. I don't know if I like how sharp I made that shadow, actually. That would not be that sharp, because it is still, like, part of a body. Okay, I think that's all good. Munchlax is the only thing that still kind of needs some extra rendering. I'm not really sure how I want to do it. Is the problem. Munchlax is very, like, it's very round, which is cute, but it also makes it so it's like, how do I shade you? So kind of wanted to make that match more the shading that's getting cast on the body. I should make a Pokesona absurdly indecisive. Well, here's the thing. I think it was just easy for me to pick Absol because that's kind of always been my Pokesona, like, basically since we were in... With the exception of, like, I also have used Umbreon in the past. But Absol is my one that I'm like, well, it's a little more standout, and as cute as the evolutions are, there's like 5 billion evolution sonas. Not that Absol is like all that much more in common, but, you know, I was going a step away. So that kind of made the decision for me, was to pick one that was like less common Pokemon that I've seen. Also, I rarely make OCs, I just have 1,000 Sonas. There's no problem with that either. I mean, okay, I have a little bit of a... This is not even a criticism. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. It's a gentle, like, critique. I think that we are in a really beautiful era of indie animation right now, right? There are a lot of people that are having success with making independent projects and animations, and because of that, you're seeing like a lot of artists that are trying to... Wait, where the hell? Sorry, there's something going on with Swirlix. Did you get moved? Oh, food item got moved. Sorry, I was like, why is there's like this big patch now? Okay, hold on. Sorry, returning to what I was saying before I got really confused. There's a lot of independent indie animator comics and projects that are coming out right now, which is fantastic. I think it's really beautiful. I want to see more of it. However, I think that puts a lot of pressure on artists that would really just be like Fursona or OC artists to like make something of their characters, or else they can't succeed, air quotes, in the real way, whatever that means. Sometimes it's okay to just have toys. Like, toys don't always need to become like a project. And actually, I think that sometimes it can really kill your fun if you try to make everything into a big project. I understand that people want their story to take off and they want to get attention. I think that that's not just good, I think that it's also pretty, like, healthy to have these big aspirations. But if you don't like that, it is also okay to just draw your Fursonas over and over again for fun. Like, that is not a problem in the slightest. Okay, where's the bench? Okay, there's the bench. My first one is real, just a dog, no backstory, no lore, besides my own personal life and experiences, and I love it. And honestly, that's good. Like, it's good, especially to have a character that you can just draw with not any, like, real strong commitment or, like, need to have, like, a deep storyline to practice drawing. I know that Red does that with his Fursona all the time. It's just, like, even though, like, I guess you could argue the lore for the character is just our real-life experiences, he also just kind of draws the character doing whatever to practice and get better at art, which is what a Sona is for. Toys need not to be business. Don't make toys business. Make sure you have toys when you have business and they are not one and the same. So watched the trailer earlier for something called Means of Destruction, which is an indie project that looks very silly, like in a good way. I think artists forget not everyone has to make a magic project if they don't want to, and importantly, I think the scale can be adjusted. I know a lot of artists, and actually we frequently get asked if Leica's could be animated, would it be animated? And, you know, perhaps this answer may change in time, but at least for me, the answer has always been no. I want Leica's to stay as a comic, not just because I love comics, but also because I think when it comes to art and animation, for me, I would like to have something that I can kind of put my name on at the end of the day and say, like, I made this, like, this is my project and it was just me. Or if other people helped me with it, it was people that I, like, know personally. Like Nyaz, for example, helping with Leica's and helping with some of the future pages that are coming up, in which a style assistance would be requested. Leica's animated spin-off focusing on Road Boy, and that's the thing, I would never want that, because as much as I love animation, I think that Leica's should be a comic. It needs to be. It's a comic for a reason. And I really dislike that animation gets treated as the final frontier of any art form, because for me, sometimes things being comics that's where they're meant to be. Sometimes things are meant to be animated, too. There are things you could do with animation that you couldn't do with live action. Hearing that really makes me feel better about one of my OCs, just being self-indulgent. I love my love for Monster Girls. I have no story planned out for her, but I kind of like it that way. And I was gonna say, that's good. That's good and healthy, and you need to be able to have something to play with. sometimes mediums don't translate well to other mediums. There's that, and also I think that like there are parts of Leica's that are very reliant on you being able to physically hold and turn the pages yourself, or at least turn the like page digitally for the time being. This happens a lot with manga, I feel, and it really gets me when a manga that specifically would be really bad if it were translated. If I said Chainsaw Man, would people kill me? Because I feel this way. Also, an error occurred. Wait, what happened? My Minecraft video just stopped playing. Okay. Get scared. That's the thing, though. I love the Chainsaw Man manga, and I think that the anime was pretty. Like, they tried. It wasn't for any lack of effort, but I just don't think it works well as an anime. Comic storytelling is very different from show storytelling, and I have a lot of love for both. Like, they are different, but I think... Okay, where are these random lines coming from? Sorry, there's just these, like, little flecks of lines somewhere, and it's kind of... It's perplexing me. Are these... Are you from Dash Bun? I knew it was going to be from Dash Bun, because I moved you from that area at one point. I did not watch the Chainsaw Man movie, so I will say my opinion could very easily change, because I've been told very much that the Chainsaw Man movie succeeds where the anime fails. Poon Poon would not make a good anime. Poon Poon would not ever in a million years make a good anime. And I actually, I don't even know if I can say I enjoy Oyasumi Poon Poon. I would say that it's worth reading once and once only, because it is very miserable to read after a certain point. I think it's a fantastic work of art, and at times it's beautiful, but I don't think that it would make a good show. I think Fujimoto's art style is such a core part of Chainsaw Man that something was lost in the anime, but the movie was crazy fun. That's how I felt watching the anime, basically. So will Leica's be international? I really want to get my hands on it once it makes it to physical comics. I want to try. Shipping internationally anything, bigger than a flat mailer is very difficult. So that is with effort, but also remembering that Faris and I are just two people, so we would need to figure out a way to do it in some way that's, like, feasible. But I would like to. I think the constant adaptation of every piece of drawn written media is really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of unique features of literature and art that can't be properly replicated in animation acting, and it doesn't even mean that I have any distaste for movies or animation. I love both of those things. Although, really, if you let Horse be a little anti-capitalist, I think the reason that we're getting so many adaptations instead of original works is because adaptations are viewed as like a basically innate cash success because they already have a fan base. So if you animate something that's already been done and been proven to be successful, it's less risk than working with an original work of fiction. Also, the not translating well to animation, Snowfog specifically for Chainsaw Man for me, is because, one, primarily Fujimoto's art style is very gritty, and the grittiness, I feel like, contributes to the horror and the visuals and the movement of Chainsaw Man's, like, panels. And two, I think he has a really good grasp of the page turn. Like, he times his pages very, very well. This is exactly what it is. It's why spin-offs and sequels and whatnot exist. Yes, that too, and how we're getting so many, like, prequels and sequels and expanded universes, and it's like, well, I don't really want that. I actually think that I was okay with it just being a single movie and I don't need any more. Been reading the Project Hail Mary book to compare it to the movie, and in my honest opinion, I think the movie deviated in a way that transforms the book and can exist as its own separate thing that shares its qualities, rather than like an unfaithful adaptation. I really want to read the Southern Reach trilogy because I really, really like the movie, oh my god, Annihilation. I always forget the name of it. I really like the movie Annihilation, but people have said that it is not a faithful adaptation of the Southern Reach trilogy, which I could completely see because 3 books in a movie is quite a lot. That said, I think that because I like the movie, I'm a little defensive of it when people say that it's not good at all, because individually, as a movie, I think that it's really strong. But I also could see how it's not a good adaptation when you're trying to compress three books into one movie. It is a really good movie. That's how I felt about the Silent Hill movie. When people were like talking about the first Silent Hill movie not being a good movie, and I'm just like, well, it's not a good movie for Silent Hill, but it's a decent film. I saw someone online say the Annihilation movie is like if someone had a dream about the book, and I feel like that's the best summary, and that is very fair too. Like I do understand how that could happen. Maybe you could print and bind the books if you allow that. Yes, actually, that's part of the reason that we offer Leicas online, is that as much as I would want to be able to sell the books and provide them to you in an official capacity, interrupting car, I actually highly encourage you to print and bind the books yourself if, we can't ship to whatever country you're in, and share. Like, not just for yourself, if you have a friend that wants to read Leicas and can't get Leicas, please, that you are getting my express permission to do so. So, I like the Project Hail Mary book a lot. The Iridians speak in music notes and it's super cute. Oh wait, that's adorable. I think sometimes people say they prefer the book to the movie instinctively because the book typically goes more in depth, but to me, it feels like getting extra tidbits rather than missing core context if it's a good adaptation. Like, they find ways to summarize it that is true but also still works as a movie adaptation. Because books, just by nature of being text, are going to have more information. So I think that I've done the shadows for the desserts now. Wait, why are you not included? Are you not part of the dessert? Where are you? Oh, of course these are on their own layer. I was like, why are they not here? Streams are very comforting. I'm getting stressed out about figuring out our sonas, but I just finished my first attack, on which you helped get right into the mindset for. I'm so glad. Also, Sui Pathways, I don't know if you picked your username color, but it's a very cute, like, periwinkle color on my end. So this is beautiful. Unfortunately, despite watching it a lot as a baby, I was terrified of it because of the dragon. Wait, I might have missed what movie we were talking about. So I think people who are consistently saying this should consider that they just like books more, and there's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. And to be fair, I also like books. I think, I don't know. Actually, this is kind of like a constant internal battle that Yellow and I have. They're much more of a movie fan than I am. I like movies. I don't like all movies, but I do like some. And they don't really read at all. Whereas I read a bit more. Oh goodness, I always keep doing this. So thank you for the posture check. So finding a book and a movie that we both kind of like equally is it's like a diamond in the rough when we manage to. Oh, hold on, where is... I keep losing the shadows layer. Okay, but now they're all on the same layer, thank God. This will make editing easier. I have to do this in CMYK because it's for printing. But I don't think that the colors look great when the preview's off. It actually looks a bit blown out when you take the preview off. So I am going to edit the colors when I finish it so that it's a little more adjusted to how I like to post. Unless there's a better way of doing it. Sorry, I wanted the last piece of my croissant. I honestly think the fraps could go in with the desserts. I don't know why I didn't put them in there. I don't have to merge the layers or anything either. I can kind of just put them like in the container. And the petal apples could also go in, now that I'm looking at them. They're like all desserts technically. Okay. Yay! I love the way you color eyes. It's so cute and soft. Thank you. Had an egg sandwich for dinner. I might actually make something similar for myself. We have eggs and the bread that I would use to make an egg sandwich, so it would work out. I'm also going to move the torchik omurice so it's like a little closer, but I don't want it to be like on the cover is the problem. It's towing the edge of what would be on the cover and it's kind of getting cut off there. So maybe I put it here and then put like cutlery or something there. Also, hold on, I'm always iffy on movies, but I finally watched Black Christmas recently and I liked it a lot. I do really like Black Christmas. Okay, I'm glad that you enjoyed it because that's one of my ones that I enjoy. Oh, the fraps are, hold on. Where are the, I knew I was going to mess up some of the order of things by doing that. Okay, that's better. So I'm not a huge movie guy either, but there's this movie adaptation of Alice in Wonderland by Jan Svan Mehir that I like a lot. Is that the stop motion one? I could be wrong, but that sounds kind of familiar. Also, the only reason I didn't want to put the Togepi omurice here, because I did see the suggestion to swap it with the petals. The front cover I want to be all desserts, and the back cover I want it to be all apps and entrees. I will say, I don't know why I didn't do this before. The pinwheels could go here. Oh wait, I think this is how I had it before too. I'm just silly. But I was thinking I could do this here. No, then it'll get cut off. Okay. It's the stop motion one. Okay. I thought so. I like that one. I remember watching it when I was younger with my sisters, although they were really scared of it. The other thing I kind of want to do is have the hard edge of the metal be, like, lit. Because it would do that, technically. Where's the beef stew? There's the beef stew. And this will be a good way to show, like, the transition of it going beneath the side of the pot to where it's not getting hit by the light as much anymore. I guess it could go like a little farther down. I actually want to see what that looks like. Let me see. No, I like that better. That might even be too much. Maybe I do just keep it with like a black outline. No. The curry looks good. I was gonna say it's a beef stew. So how did you do the gingham pattern on the tablecloth? I always struggle doing patterns like that. So it is done by hand, but the way that I do gingham, and it's pretty simple, right? You do the cross lines on one layer, and then you add another layer, and you do the side lines on that layer. This is also like really sloppy just because I know that I can do better. Fill those both in, and then pick a darker color for where they overlap. Select all of one layer, usually it's the bottom one, and then lock the other and paint bucket. Hold on. Paint bucket where they overlap. And there you have gingham. Also, thank you for the bits, Pandex. You're absolutely right about comics and animation. Although Wiki Chat has proven to be the exception, the manga, as I've heard, is exceptionally beautiful and on its own right. The anime, on the other hand, has treated the medium of the manga not to be the final product of it. In my eyes, it's a great example of how to treat an adaptation of comic or manga to be animated. I have heard very similar, too. So hopefully that answered your question about the gingham. And yes, the rolls are swat balloons, yes. I didn't think you could just do it like that. It's pretty easy. And you can even get more complicated with it. Like, you can do different colors for one of the layers. So, like, something like that. And then you can get, like, variations in the gingham. It also works for checkers, too. Like, if you wanted to do... can do that for checkers. It's just a very easy way to do something that can be kind of tedious otherwise. Okay, I like Sinistra. I actually think that Sinistra's done, other than maybe like adding a highlight and coloring the handle, which is nice. Where are you though? Or sorry, Poltergeist. I had to stop calling it the wrong thing. I could do like a little bit of like a brown or a tan on the handle, just to show like the what it is, I guess. Thanks for the demo. Of course, it's really, a lot of things are just trial and error and figuring out like the most effective way to do it. There are some things where you can just like get patterns, but I like to know how to make them in case I want a pattern that I can't find somewhere or doesn't exist. So I'm happy to provide. Okay. Oh, the only thing that's missing from Sinistra is it doesn't have a drop shadow. It's like, what are you missing? It looks really cute though. I'm glad that it turned out the way that it did. Also, thank you for the hydrate. The grass is the part that I'm most intimidated by. Like, I know how to do it, and I know what I'm going to do. It's just a little tedious. But when it's done, it'll look good, so I have to remind myself that. Grass is always kind of a chore. It's that, and if it gets too noisy or the colors are, like, too blown out, it's going to distract from the main piece. But if it's not, like, detailed enough, then it's going to look kind of just like a flat plane. So it's that balancing act that's really a challenge. That wasn't, like, completely straight. It was okay, but it could be better. Way you draw Pichu is so cute, I want to squish the face. Thank you, I do like Pichu. I was gonna mention this, Shadow, but I didn't want to be a backseater. No, it's more than okay. I do forget things sometimes, especially on bigger pieces like this, which is why I usually like to give myself a little bit of more of a breadth of time to work on them. But this was my own fault. We got too excited for Artfight, and unfortunately there were things to be attended to, but I am taking care of it, so that's okay. All right, where is Furret? I have to be brave, and I have to do Furret. It's not gonna be that bad though. That is way too dark though. This is just meant to be like the ambient occlusion. I think that's what it's called. I always forget what like this rim of like darker light is called. I've heard it like 1,000 times too, I just forget. And then, oop, not like that. You got it right? Okay. I thought so, because I'd asked someone what it was before, and that was the answer I got, but I was like, did I ask the question wrong? Like, that is actually what it's called, right? Subsurface scattering, I think? I also kind of want to do, like, a little drop of light underneath the chin, just because it's cute. Artfight is the siren calling me out to sea. And the thing is, it's fun, I understand why. It's just unfortunately we do also have job work that needed done before the game started. And, you know, you live and you learn. You also can't control when someone, like, passes away, but that's why it's good to be on top of things, in case that happens. This side here... I think I should probably do this the lighter color. Also, thank you for the stretch. To lessen in unintrusive texturing, it's such a struggle. Did you lose someone? Yes. Forrest's grandmother, she'd been sick for a very long time. It's part of the reason that this last year has been really tough, is because she was in and out of the hospital for so frequently, but we never knew you know, when it was going to be serious or when it was just a routine visit or like something needed to get checked out. But she did finally pass last Friday. Or I guess not last Friday, but the Friday before. Oop. I wish I had the energy to do art fight or art trades in general. I mean, you could always just do 1 or 2 attacks. Are you drawing at all, or do you just not have the energy to draw at all? If not, that's okay. People are, you know, at different places in their art world right now. My condolences. I appreciate it. I think art fight is, you know, part of the reason why everyone kind of latched onto it so hard is because that happened. So it's like a little bit of a crutch in the meantime. Playing toys because the real world can be kind of tough sometimes. Someone who's also had a lot of death in its family, my heart goes out to you and Forrest and your family. I'm so sorry. Thank you, too. Is the brush you use for line art the same one you color with? I love the texture. Yeah, it's the same brush, and it is in my FAQ if you wanted to try to make it yourself. It is not too hard to make. It's actually a very good way to practice learning your program's native brush building tools, because it is just 2 very quick edits. Okay, I'm glad I was brave, because it looks like Ferd is like almost done. I think I have to do some of the line coloring for Ferd, but it's definitely it's closer to where it needs to be. Pichu's the only one that I think actually needs a little more like oomph to the shading. The yellow just kind of, it seems like it needs to be darker. Use your brush settings with slight adjustments, and I've been loving the line art process so much more since I started using it. I do genuinely really like this brush. I know recently I talked about changing it up and it helping me get more interested in art again, and I do mean that. Like, if you have been struggling to enjoy art lately, you may just need to change your brush. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the brush that you're currently using, it's just that human beings are animals and we need to have enrichment in our enclosure. And so sometimes you gotta switch things up if you've been doing the same thing for too long. That's all I needed, apparently. Also, thank you, Crown J. I feel the same way. Sometimes you need a ball in your enclosure instead of a stuffed toy. Exactly. Like, cats get the same way, actually. If they have the same toys for too long, they start getting bored of them because they know how they work. So that's why you will have all these nice toys for your cats, and then they'll just be really excited by, like, cardboard. It's not because they didn't like the toys before, it's just that they like something new. I've been art blocked for days and downloaded some new brush packs last night, and I've kicked out some of the best art that I've made in a while. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, Pichu. I want to see how this looks if I, like, knock this back now. Okay, that already looks better. It actually has, like, some dimension to it now instead of just being, like, a little flat orb. Also, for me, it's the opposite. I get so stressed when trying new brushes. I mean, are you trying to make complete pieces with them, though? Because when you try new things, you have to think about it like you're learning a new skill. So you have to be patient with yourself while you do so. I like to experiment with new things, but I also understand that's not for everyone. Oh, I don't like how that looks. No, I don't like that at all. It makes it look like a toy. Hold on, I have I have the print club piece that I'm working on. It's actually with a new brush. This one. I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited to keep working on it once I'm done. And you can see my little, like, style inspo in the corners. I like drawing on magma where I wish there was a brush packs for it. Oh, I wish there was brush packs for it. This is just with the wet medium brush for CSP. This is going to be July's print club. Yes, July's print club piece. Starts going crazy and hurting myself and others. I knew you said that would happen when I did an Absol print, but it's still making me giggle every time you say it. Sorry, it's really... I understand you. My sister, another me. Alright, let's see. So the Miku prints have been sent out. the month after Miku was the Moo stickers, and they have not been sent out yet, but that's because they haven't gotten to us yet. Stickers, it seems, take a little longer to make, so that's going to be a note for, like a footnote for future sticker making, that the designs need to be made a little bit in advance. This was an experimental month to see how they would work, but this is part of the reason that the next one is going to be a print, so we didn't have like two things that were running super late. So this guy's face in the corner, that's because they were working on something and they were not liking it or something like that. I can't remember exactly why they drew it, but I thought it was funny. How are your cats liking the cat wheel? I remember last stream you mentioned buying one. No one has started running on it yet. However, Buggy was like napping on it the other day, so I guess he's not scared of it, at least. That's an improvement. But no one has started running on it yet, sadly. I love their ugly arts. I just think it's so funny. They can go from drawing things so cutely to like so ugly with no in between. It is an impressive skill to me. Buggy almost started running it on it last stream. Oh my god, wait. That's great. Hi. Yes, you. He's sitting right next to me. He's also sitting very ugly. Will the Moo stickers be in the shop for your... Yes, they will be in the shop on sale as soon as they get here, but I didn't want to list them until I had them out to the Print Club members because I wanted to make sure that everything was going okay. Okay, wait. Let me see what I can check off, because Sinishta is done. Furret's not done. Sorry, I like ticking things off. It's satisfying. Maybe I should do the lettuce wrap next. But Sinishta is finished. Although I don't know why there's no spaces here. And I don't think all of the drop shadows on the table are done yet. It's close, though. Or Poltergeist, I keep doing this, sorry. I'll have to keep watching, but I gotta make dinner. No worries, and thank you for stopping by. Got both Ocean Buddies packs, and we'd love some more stickers from you. I am very excited. I know that once the Moo get here, the sticker, or the idea for the August Print Club was to do a fish tank sticker pack. Also, I was just thinking about the beef stew, and I think the problem with the handle right now is not actually the side light, it's this here, because there's just too much of a light hit. That looks much better. Togepi's rendering is really good. Thank you. I did that earlier. I haven't done... Do I have Munchlax on the to-do list? Oh, I don't even have that on there. Well, that also needs done. Pichu, I think I'm going to knock back the lines on the ears and see how that looks. Fish tank sticker pack, ears perk up. It's going to be like the sticker sheet looks like a fish tank, and then the stickers are the little fish, and then you take them off, like out of the fish tank. Because I thought that would be not just cute to like learn different fish that you can have in tanks, but also because it's like fun, it's like interactive in a way. I know that we want to do the veggie sticker sheet too. That's another one that's like we've talked about doing. I want to draw every hour, but I can't. How can I get better motivation? I don't think you need to draw every hour. I really don't think you need to draw every hour, and I admire your motivation, but even I don't draw every hour. And I draw as my job. I draw maybe 4 or 5 hours out of the day. Some days it's more. Like, some days I draw longer. But I take breaks. I go wash dishes. I clean the house. I go on walks. Actually, a lot of art is taking breaks to consume outside inspiration. Because if you think about it, art is like taking the outside world and then putting it through a U filter and transforming it into something new. But how can you transform the outside world if you don't take breaks to like engage with it? So it's okay not to draw every hour. It's actually like good for you not to do that. Okay, hold on. I do need that color. The stickers would be on the smaller side? Yes, they would be. You talk reminds me of my digital art teacher. I take that as a compliment. Never been a teacher before in an official capacity, but I did want to be. I was almost a TA before COVID, but then unfortunately that happened. So reminder that you are not an automaton. You need to rest and recuperate. This is very true. Very, very true. Not drawing is when you recharge your next drawing. Well, and like importantly, daydream. Like you can't just generate ideas off rip. It's good to give yourself the chance to like think of things. Also, the other thing I realized is the shading of this plate is this would actually be kind of green because it would be reflecting off of the leaves on the swadloon. I have to do the swadloon wraps. I have to be brave. I don't want to, but I have to. And they're really cute too. Like, actually, I would eat these. Honestly, frankly. The wraps look amazing, and I think I can make them look really good. I just need to do them. I've been avoiding them because I don't know how to do leaves. I don't know how to do, like, greens very well. I know how to do sweets, and I know how to do liquids, and I don't know how to do most entrees. Speaking of eating, I need to get dinner. That's the other thing, too, is I'm hungry. I will be finishing this tonight. I don't know if I'll stream my entire process because I want to take a dinner break, but that's all right. It's like 8 o'clock now, so it would be a solid stream. But I'll do the swadloon wraps. When I understood that drawing all the time would not make me a productive artist, I felt a lot better and less anxious about my art. It actually makes you a worse artist to draw all the time, because if you were to just draw to the point of like kind of burning yourself out completely, you wouldn't have the mental capacity to learn new skills, which is what makes you a better artist. So you have to give yourself breaks, or else you're not going to be able to come at art with the passion that it takes to learn. You make zines? I don't make zines. I am working on a zine that I was invited to. I would like to make zines. This feels like a Will You Wear Wigs again. This, though, is a collaborative one. It's the Poke Plate zine, and the release will be in July. I think it's July 18th, or like the pre-orders. I have to finish the cover, though. I got invited to do the cover of it, which is a huge honor, but I've also been really slow. Thank you for reminding me. I'm also hungry. The Will You Wear Wigs? It's like when people ask if I will ever do a video on comics, and it's like, have you done a video on comics? Will you do a video on comics? It's the Will You Wear Wigs. It's 3 a.m. here. Now I get why I'm always late for streams. Will tomorrow be at a better time for you? Tomorrow's stream is going to be at 11 a.m. If we have so you're 3 a.m., that's 7-hour difference. You're 7 hours ahead. So an 11 a.m. stream for you would be... Oh, it'll be 6 o'clock. Okay, that's actually like a pretty solid time then. What is Wigs referencing? The Wigs thing is like a quote from Elijah Wood, because they asked... It was like for something, I think it was a Lord of the Rings interview, where his co-star was like, have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? And then he just like starts laughing. If you draw that much, you won't want to be an artist for much longer. That's kind of true with a lot of things too. It's like if you do something too much, you'll kind of start to hate it, and then you won't want to do it anymore, which is the fastest way to be bad at something, is by not doing it at all. It's a balancing act of doing it just enough to learn, but also not too much to hate it. So would you consider hosting a minnow zine featuring all manner of aquatic creatures? Affectionately, I would rather walk on tacks than host a zine. And I don't mean that in a hateful or angry way, but I hate organizing. I hate it. I am like the worst person to organize, personally, because I get distracted and I have memory issues. The idea of corralling so many people for something that I'm not even good at doing for myself sounds really bad. And it sounds like a lovely project, and if someone else wants to do it, I implore you to. I will not be doing it. Were you throwing around the idea of doing a furry history zine? No, that was me. I do want to do that. Which is just for me and like 3 people. That's very different. Tomorrow would actually be great because I chill out around 11. It would be 10 a.m. for me, which would be nice to listen to while I get my stuff together. Wait, you said I see. I always want to know, when you like type out the eyes like that, is that like a thinking, or I'm terrible at reading tone through text. The distant farter. They torture me every day. Okay, these are like getting there. They're getting to a point where they look edible, which is the important part. You could also make comic scenes. I have actually thought about doing that before. Like, oh, I get what you mean. Okay. I'm glad. For me, I was reading it the opposite. I was reading it that you don't understand. I was like, oh god, I need to explain more. I'm gonna die. Gotta head out now. Everyone have a good stream. Lovely work as always. Thank you. And I hope to see you later, Niaz. Hold on. With a lot of the shading for this, the thing that I've found out with making something look like organic, and loathe I say the word kind of fleshy, is you have to have this ambient occlusion ring, because otherwise it's going to look a bit plasticky. But the way to make something look fluffy is to have very, very light shading with a good amount of color variation, like how I tried to do with Swirlix. I guess there's not a ton of color variation there, though, but that's also because Swirlix is not the focus. Tails behind the drawing window is kind of clever. It's because it was getting in the way, so I figured that it was a good way to still have critter visible. Your art makes me hungry, actually. That's a huge compliment. If I can make food art that makes people hungry, then I'm winning. I just came by to say there's a double rainbow in my area. Oh, that's beautiful. Me in 2020, art smart. Me now, artists must be protected from the oligarchy at all costs? Thank you. That's very kind of you. Also, I like your username, Lucky Turnip. So where will the finished zine be available for pre-order? I will share it as soon as it's up. There's a card right now that's just the... There's a card right now where you can see information on it. Rainbows feel so magical. It is really pretty, and it's been storming a lot here. Tips for posting on Tumblr. I'm kind of terrified. Tagging is your friend. I think that people get kind of nervous to overuse tags on Tumblr, but that's how things get found. Sorry, that was my knuckles. And then, other than that, Tumblr is definitely like a site where you want to try and make mutuals, but that's just about like poking around and just seeing what other people have blogged and like what other blogs that you follow have shared to find new people to follow. So I heard the X at the end of Swirlix was tweaked out in confusion. Oh, you mean like... Wait, I don't understand. 3 of my 5 characters on artfight have names that end with YX. Oh yes, also for Tumblr, the block button is your friend. there's going to be a lot of instances where you see things on Tumblr that you don't really like, and you don't have to force yourself to just kind of endure it. Blocking is not personal. It's just you don't want to see more of the content that you've seen, and you should use it when you see something that you don't like that makes you uncomfortable. It's how the website becomes enjoyable. Alright. I guess the other thing I can do with the wraps is that I can have like a highlight hit here. The problem with drawing food is it is genuinely making me hungry. I think that's probably the best that I'll get the swadloon wraps. I'm not sure what else I could do. Oh, like a little bit of light or like bounce on the plate would probably help too. Yes, that's taking notes. Oh, also I think this has been fixed in recent updates of Tumblr, but before, the way that it was is that only the first 5 tags that you use, your images or post will only show up in those tags. So make those first 5 tags count, and then if you have any additional tags that you want to add that are just kind of like organization for your blog, add those after the first 5 tags. I don't know if that still exists or if that's still a thing, but it was a few years ago, and I still kind of do that. Are you for real? I don't know if it's still a thing, so I don't want to lie. I don't want to like fib by accident. It's just that was at one point a thing, yes. Explodes and dies. No. No, live. Thrive. I'm glad that I told you if you didn't know that. It's been patched? Okay. See, that's the thing. It's not anymore, but it was. I've been, like, adapting to Tumblr's terrible, like, formatting and programming for longer than I can remember. Those wraps look like summer rolls? I love summer rolls. That's what I actually misspoke when I said that the only things I would eat on the table were the eclairs, because I do really, really like summer rolls. Gets revived stronger than ever. Good. Okay, the Pichu's looking a little better now. I'm still not super happy with the eyes, and I'm wondering if it just needs, like, a little more here. That's better. Summer rolls are so good, one of my favorite foods ever. And they're, like, so refreshing, too. Oh, you know what I could do instead? Hold on. It's just, like, a little bit here. Okay, that usually does help. A summer roll is it's basically like a roll. It's a Vietnamese dish. It's like a lettuce roll with noodles and usually shrimp inside that you get and you can dip into sauce. I don't know how else I would describe it. I hope I did it justice. My autism. Small Pokemon is eating onigiri, but there's not one missing from the plate. It's eating a lava cookie, but you're right, there isn't one missing. I guess I could have one missing from the container. That's crazy because my family calls those spring rolls. Spring rolls are fried. That's the main difference, is that, at least to my understanding, is that spring rolls are fried, whereas summer rolls are fresh leaves. Lettuce, carrots, shrimp, pork, and some herbs like mint and rosemary wrapped in rice paper. Oh, I don't know why I said I guess because there is, like, greens inside, but it is wrapped in rice paper. The Minecraft noises in the background are relaxing. Thank you. Although I will say I actually might end now because I do want to go make something to eat. Unfortunately, drawing food does make me really hungry. I am getting to the point though I can tack off the wraps. So I did get that done. I think with a good dinner and maybe a different pair of glasses so that I don't squeeze my head. I'll be able to finish this tonight. Egg rolls and spring rolls are interchangeable. This is very true. I am going to end here. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow's stream is going to be earlier. It's going to be at 11. And it's going to be the feeding frenzy. So if that's something that you wanted to attend, please keep that in mind. If not, though, I will see you all next when I see you. And ciao.